Hello everybody, my name is SWChris, I'm from SW City, and today we are going to build the dungeon below Hyrule Castle. Just a reminder, I'm still looking for an artist who would be willing to make 5 chalk art pieces in the style of the Link Between Worlds prologue cutscenes. If you can do it or know someone who can, go ahead and leave a comment below, or try to get in touch with me at my personal email address, swchrismc@gmail.com. Without further ado, let's get to the dungeon. This first room is the introductory room. It teaches the player how to find a key and use it in a door. It also teaches the player what the map is. The key will be hidden in an NPC soldier and will drop once that soldier is killed. The map is hidden in the chest. And to open this door, the player will place the key into the dropper, and then the door will lift out of the way or slide to the side. I haven't decided which yet. Now this is the room where our building skills will really get to shine. The thing is absolutely huge and cavernous. I've created a patterned floor using furnaces and stone bricks and slabs, and the railing and stair designs are similar to those found upstairs, but using slightly different blocks to work with the dungeon's darker color palette. Now since this is a dungeon, obviously we need walls, and so here I am building all the walls that surround this room. We're going pretty fast through this because there's no reason to spend time looking at a wall. We're adding the upper walkway, which the player will take to escape the dungeon. And now we're adding something new to the dungeon, these tall pillars. These are going to add some uniqueness to this room. Obviously, a room this size cannot have an unsupported ceiling, and so we're building large pillars to support the ceiling. And really, they're there to give the room kind of a scale that would not be achievable otherwise. Since we're completely underground, we're going to have to light this place up using braziers and torches. The torches are the kind you see in every adventure map ever. The braziers are made using a simple hopper that's been set on fire. And this large brazier is suspended from the ceiling and is meant to resemble the chandelier type of mechanism that Link encounters in the Arbiter's Grounds in the game Twilight Princess. We're building several of these in this dungeon, and we're using them to light large areas that don't have walls nearby, where we'd usually put torches or wall lights. We're zooming into this second room here. We build a footbridge across the bottom floor. Then we extend the walkway on the far side, build a wall, and then paste in the staircase. And then we add these funny little wall separator things. I play around with a couple designs and ultimately decide the simplicity of the quartz with some chiseled stone is better. And so we go ahead and duplicate those, and then add in the ceiling and the staircase, and finish the room, and we top it all off with the staircase. Finally, we go back and do a lighting pass, and we add lights and a little bit more extra detail, pillars and things. And we also add another brazier because the wall lighting's not quite reaching the center of the floor. And then finally, we add some support beams across the ceiling. We're not done with the ceiling yet, though. We'll come back to that when we're done with everything else. Oh, and speaking of everything else, I forgot a couple rooms, so we're deleting the staircase, and we're adding those rooms in right now. So as far as I can tell, these 2 rooms were created by the designers of the original game to teach the player that the keys to progress further may not be found in the same room. At the same time, they also put an item chest with a boomerang in it to teach the player that items can be found in dungeons. Now it's interesting to note that the original game has a staircase here up to the door, and then a staircase down from the door on the other side. We ignored that because it's not really necessary to do that. So let's go ahead and head further into the dungeon. So this room just seems kind of useless, but what it really does is give the player a sense that they're going deeper and deeper into the bowels of a deep, dark dungeon. How many D's can I put in this dang sentence? Anyway, let's go ahead and head to the prison cell where Zelda is being kept. So we're starting out building the wooden table that's there in the middle of the chamber. We add some extra large cells. This is the design I came up with. It looks vaguely like a prison cell. I kind of like it. And here's Princess Zelda's cell. Looks kind of nice too. And we have to cap off the room, obviously. Now the cells are feeling a little bit too large, so I go ahead and shrink them down to my originally planned size, 7 blocks in width. And you can see briefly inside the cell before we cap it off with a ceiling. Now you may have noticed the light shining through the ceilings. That's because those are slab ceilings, and with these shaders, they don't really calculate transparent blocks quite correctly, and so we have to add a row of extra blocks just to blot out the light. In regular Minecraft, it'll look fine. And finally, you can see me adding mossy stone bricks to the walls in a final detail pass. I'm staying away from cracked stone bricks because I want to use those to indicate which walls you can bomb. Now, we're doing one final pass on the ceiling in this room to add a ribbed architectural feature between the ceiling beams, which will give this area some more interest and complexity. I'm not doing it to this room, however, because I want the ceiling to feel like it's extending away into the darkness. And so I don't really need to detail the ceiling since the player obviously won't see it. And that's about it for this episode, ladies and germs. In the next episode, we're going to build the tower dungeon where we confront Aghanim for the first time. Should be fun. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe to this channel. Also, don't forget to tell your friends about building Zelda. I do these videos because I like putting a smile on your face. And what better way to do that than to make one ginormous 3D recreation of A Link to the Past? And that's what we're doing here. So, till the next episode, my name's SWChris. Auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, hasta la vista. Bye-bye.